be here. Hi, how's it going? I'm excited to be here. This is exciting. I went through a very big breakup like 2.5 years ago, and I'm sure there's people in the room that can relate, but when I go through a breakup, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a dramatic person, and when I go through a breakup, I am a nightmare. Like, I'm one of those people that make it the world's problem, and I put it on all my friends. I call my friends, like, you've got to come round. I'm going to cut myself with a crayon, because I don't know how to do it properly. And I put my best friend Thomas through shit, right? Like I put him through so much. Like 2 days post breakup, I said to him, I was like, "You've got to come move in with me and look after me, Tom. You've got to come move in with me and make me toast. Otherwise, I'll make toast myself in the bathtub." And I was like, "Oh my God, Queen, all right, I'll come and look after you." And so I went through this breakup. He lived with me for 2 weeks, and then eventually he said, "Joel, I can't stay at yours tonight. I've got to go home. Scott, his housemate, Scott is away, and I've got to look after Beryl." Beryl, not being his grandma, Beryl being his 17-year-old cat. And he's like the gayest man. He's gayer than me. I know, crazy, but he actually is. And so I was like, "Oh, okay, no, you go look after Beryl. I'll guess I'll stay here on my own. Who knows what I might tweet?" And he was like, "Oh, okay, do you want to come around?" I was like, "Yeah, okay, I do." And so I went around to his, and he lives in this like old drag queen's dungeon in Brunswick, this sort of scary, haunted old house. And we're sitting on the couch, and I am being just the worst person to be around. Like, we're watching Downton Abbey, and standard. And we're sitting there on the couch, and he gets a phone call, and he's like, "Yep. Okay, cool, I'll be there in a minute." And he turns to me and he goes, "Hey, Joel, Jess," his friend, "Jess is in hospital. I've got to go look after her. Will you be all right?" And I said something selfless. I was like, "No, I'll be fine. I'll be fine here on my own. The hospital's probably more fun than me anyway." And he was like, "You're not fucking wrong." And he left. And and then I'm sitting there on the couch and I don't know what to do. And I hear this like coming from the hallway. And it's Beryl the cat just going and I'm like, "Oh, this is my time, Beryl." And then Beryl just goes and falls on her side. I'm like, drama queen. I pick her up and I take her back to the couch, and she's on my lap going like, I'm like, "Oh, she's dying." So I called Thomas, and I was like, "Thomas, you've got to come home. I think Beryl's dying." And he goes, "Joel, I can't. I'm stuck at the hospital for like another 2 hours. I can't come. Like, just keep her alive. I've had that cat for 17 years. Keep her alive." I was like, "Holy shit, Thomas, that is so much pressure. Like, I haven't watched Harry's practice in years. Is it still on? What happened to Dr. Katrina Warren? Is she still on it? What happened to the dog? No, really, what happened?" Anyway, so he hangs up, and so I didn't know what to do. I'm like, "Shit, I've got to keep this cat alive." So I did what I think anybody would do. I wrapped it up, and I buried it. No, I wrapped it up in my arms like Jesus. I had it like a baby in my arms, and she's looking at me going, and I looked down at Beryl the cat, and I started singing. Honestly, I had her in my arms, and I was just like, "Midnight, not a sound from the pavement." Come on, Beryl, it's from Cats. "As the moon lost her merry, touch me, Beryl!" And you guys, this is such a horrifying true story, and I don't know why I'm telling it on a comedy night, but I sat there 2 weeks after being 2 weeks post being dumped on a couch in Brunswick with Beryl the cat in my arms, singing the song Memory from Cats to her as she passed away in my arms. You guys, that is right. Even the cat thought death was a better option than my company. Admittedly, she probably had like 2 weeks to live, and she was like, the second he mentions his exit, no, that's it, I'm out. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Joel Creasey. I will see you later.